Hey everybody, it's Kris Avalon here. Just wanted to come online and talk about something that I think is going to be really exciting that's coming out. Don't know when, but it's coming out pretty soon. So I just got word from a friend of mine who works with Justforfans and was letting me know that the site Justforfans, which in case some of you don't know, Justforfans is basically a site where people post content of the sexual nature, and you pretty much own your own content. Of course, you gotta give a little percentage to them, but you upload your content. It could be free. You can charge people, and from what I've been hearing is that Justforfans is about to create a site called Dragforfans. Now, if you can't figure out what that means in the title alone, Dragforfans is basically going to be a site where drag queens can post non-sexual content on the site and get paid for it. And in my opinion, I think this is a great idea, and I'll tell you why. One of the things I think is that, okay, so now we have shows like RuPaul's Drag Race. We have Dragula, which is about to come out this month, the season 3. Congratulations to all the girls that made it on that show. But there are a lot of queens in this industry who don't really have, well, we'll talk about the local queens. A lot of the local queens aren't getting the support that they should get, and the only way that they get any kind of notoriety or any kind of attention is that a lot of them feel that they have to go on a show like Drag Race in order to get some kind of financial compensation, Instagram likes, whatever you want to call it. So with this site coming out, I think it's a great idea because it allows really artistic queens or queens who have tried but or don't even want to go on these type of shows to create a space where you can see a lot of their videos, you can see a lot of their performances, and they can charge people for it. Now here's what I think. I think, okay, so now the we have more, so we can say for instance, established queens like a Bianca Del Rio or Shangela, any of those girls. If y'all want to put stuff on Justforfans and charge people for it, y'all can do that because you already have a built-in fan base. But for those of you who don't necessarily have a built-in fan base or are well known, but your fashions and your performances are sickening and people need to see it, I feel like y'all should leave y'all videos free, build up your audience, and then start charging people, because that's how you build a fan base, is how you build a relationship with people. So I think it's a great idea. I'm looking forward to something like this coming out. I was also wondering, because I feel like this is going to be the future, where people who are entrepreneurs or self-made business people, because that's what, in a way, we're all becoming. We're all a brand in some sort of way. I even consider myself a brand because I do video content. I consider myself a vlogger, entertainment commentator, if you will. If you ever see my radio show on alldigitalradio.com every Saturdays from 2 to 4 on the East Coast, 11 to 1 on the West Coast, then you know I do celebrity news and gossip. Been doing this for 15 years. So I would like to see a platform for people like myself where we don't get a lot of the traction that the bigger names do, like the ones that work on Entertainment Tonight or the Wendy Williams or the TMZs and all that stuff, where they already have their little businesses and they're already established, so they can leave their stuff on YouTube for free. But people for like myself and Perez Hilton and Funky Doniva and T.S. Madison and a lot of us who are in the whole entertainment game, and we do these type of video contents where we talk about certain things that not only are about celebrity news and pop culture, but also things that go within our LGBTQ community. And with Quiet as It's Kept, I should say YouTube has been demonetizing a lot of videos, have been very restrictive in regards of freedom of speech, but you allow, certain people to still have shows and platforms, and you look on social media like Facebook and Instagram, and you're seeing people being murdered or suicides and death and all this other stuff. Anything of the sexual nature or anything that we talk about that that will be reflective of our community, that we want to talk about, like trans murders or anything to do with how to protect yourself in sex or any kind of those type of talks, very informative and stuff that is not being considered offensive, gets demonetized. Certain words that you say on YouTube is being demonetized. So with that being said, like, I would like to see a platform in that way. I know they have Patreon and all this stuff. I don't really feel comfortable with the whole Patreon thing, and Patreon is weird. Like, there's just so many different sides, but I would love to see where it's just something in that vein, like a Justforfans or a Dragforfans, something like that for people like us who are in this industry that are trying to build our resume and are willing to put out really good, who work on putting out good content. Um, what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna get a little more. I mean, I'm gonna keep like the whole unedited, unfiltered vibe that I bring with this, but put more technical stuff behind it. So if you put like a full-on production where I have a crew of people, like a lighting person, a boom mic, all that other stuff in a set, and I want to be able to make money doing that by bringing you a lot of stuff. Like when you see a lot of these people on YouTube, like some shows, like there's a couple of shows that I watch. Like I've seen Jake Yonsei. Jake Yonsei was recently complaining about how he's been demonetized over, I guess people were hating on him about stuff. He can go over on Dragforfans because he does drag queen content. So if you are someone who is a personality that majority of your bread and butter is drag queen content, if you want to start putting your videos over there, I think that's great that you can just find a way to take your videos and put it on there and make a living doing that instead of relying on certain websites that put you in a position of, oh, well, you're going against our standards, and then you don't give an explanation. It's like, okay, so what did I do wrong? Now I have to figure out what I did wrong. I'm losing money. This is my only source of income. Not everybody wants to sit around and work for the man or be working that 9 to 5 job and putting their other stuff on hold. If you have a talent, a real talent, and I'm not talking about just laying on your back taking dick for a couple of dollars, that takes a talent for a lot of people too. And I live for those, I'm not a slut shamer. I have a lot of friends who are porn stars who are sex workers. But there's some people, and I should say this, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but it's going within this. I know some people that I've seen videos and y'all be charging $15 to $20 for some goddamn OnlyFans or some Justforfans, and I've seen some y'all footage. I'm like, bitch, this shit should be fucking free because y'all sitting up in here trying to act like because y'all want those Instagram likes, you want that instant validation from people that you're giving me half-ass fucking sex. Like, no. I'm not paying that kind of money for that. So if you're someone who is a hard worker and puts in a lot of work, be it your OnlyFans, Justforfans, or even this Dragforfans, if you are a talented drag queen who is not getting the recognition that you feel, and it's unfortunate, like the only mainstream drag show that we have on TV that highlights drag is Drag Race, and I love the show. I'm entertained by it. There's certain issues I have with it, like the trolls on social media who like to spew their racist bullshit, and a lot of the fakery that goes on behind the scenes with these producers trying to produce this show and make up all this contrived crap just to get fans all upset, and then they're sending hate mail to all these other people. I feel like take the power back in your hands. You don't need to rely on World of Wonder and all these other people to continue to benefit financially from them. I feel like if there's an opportunity that presents itself, you should be able to be your own boss, your own entrepreneur, and make it work for you. So I think it's a great idea. I'm looking forward to when this is going to drop, and people who don't get that type of shine or don't want to go back into the world of reality TV because it could be a little toxic. Not a lot of people can take a lot of the drama and what that entails. I'm all for it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this is going to be. And like I said, I really feel like if you're trying to build a fan base, you need to let your site, like the stuff on Justforfans, be free. Because I have a friend who does porn, and he puts all his content, I believe, on Justforfans, and he says he leaves it free because he loves what he does. It's not something that he's only doing for money, because I've seen some videos where people are literally just allowing anybody to put any kind of old dick up in them, and you look at the look on their face and they look so uninterested, and it's like, no, I am not paying $5 or $15, because some of these bitches be trying to overprice their shit too. I'm not paying that kind of money to watch you just pop a squat on some dick or just do doggy style and be in the middle of nowhere and having some anonymous dick in you and you look bored out your fucking mind. That just is not the judge. I'm sorry. So people who even on Drag Race that never got the shine that they should have, I think this is a great opportunity for you guys. Even like last season where we had of Drag Race, we had Mercedes, and then my girl Honey Davenport was pretty much kicked off in the third episode, and she's vigorously talented. She is very popular in New York. She just, I believe, had a one-woman show last week, so I would love to see her people able to see what she can do, because I feel like sometimes true drag is not highlighted on this show. It's a drag competition series, Drag Race. So people expecting to get what they get off of Drag Race in real life is not realistic. A lot of times when you watch these girls perform, it's nothing like the shit you see on this type of show. So if it's a way for them to showcase what they really do, get you someone who could film your performances, or even if you do like your own show at a club or whatever, or a bar, and you have like, you do drag performance where you lip sync a couple of songs, and then you know, banter and all that other stuff. And this will be like your business card in a way, so people have an idea of what it is that you do. So that way, if promoters want to see what you do, you have this resume of visuals that people can see that you do, and you can start hosting more gigs, and you can get more out there without having to rely on Drag Race and a whole bunch of other shows in order to be famous or to get some kind of notoriety. And the good thing I would say about Justforfans is that you can use your Facebook and your Instagram to promote the video content that you post on there. So if you are someone who's smart and you've got an idea, I think this is a great platform. But like I said before, I hope that we can get something down the road that is similar to a Justforfans minus the sex, or like Dragforfans for people like myself who are in broadcasting that want to have a bigger platform where we can post a lot of content and make money without having to worry about YouTube demonetizing what it is that we say because, oh, you said a certain word that we don't agree with, and I don't know what that is because I don't sit and spend all day looking at a list of shit I don't say. I mean, I don't, that is deemed inappropriate. Now, if I'm gonna be like that idiot Alex Jones over at was it InstaWorld, whatever the fuck that dumb show is called. Now, if I'm gonna go and spew hate speech and stuff like that, I could understand being kicked off of a site like a Dragforfans or whatever the case is, or YouTube. But if you are speaking facts and you're going against the establishment when you look at society and it seems like it's not for us, and we're being punished while the bigger people get away with murder, I find that as a problem. But I know I'm going off on a tangent. I kind of slid off the whole idea. But as I said, as a collective, I think Dragforfans is a great idea. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Who do you think would be a queen that you would love to see on something like this? Or do you think this is a great idea? I would like to see your comments and hear your opinions on this. So like, subscribe, and and comment, and let me know how you feel about this whole thing, because I'm interested in hearing your thoughts. And yeah, thank you all for watching. See you next time.